All right, so I was kind of teasing a little bit earlier before we started recording about what I had watched over the last 4 or 5 days now. It's a pretty mix of classic and also modern series. Planet
Trek.
of the Apes,
Oh,
No, the old ones or the new ones?
all of them.
yes.
Oh,
That's why it was
oh.
9.
His answer was yes.
All of them. Yeah,
God,
Nice.
so you even saw, Battle for the Planet of the Apes?
all of them.
Man, you saw all of them. Because that's where really the budget, like, you can tell. Just there's
Yeah.
like a school bus as a tank or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm glad he knows.
When I guess it was a couple of years ago, I watched the first 2 of the originals, and I mean the first one's really iconic. The first one has 2 of the most probably memorable lines in cinema,
That's true.
where Charlton Heston shouts, "Get your stinking paw off me, you damn dirty ape!" And
Yeah.
at the end, where he's that whole line, like, "Oh, you maniac, you blew it up."
You blew it up, you did it.
Damn
And he's
you
just
fools.
like, you damn fools. And he's just freaking out. And the other chick
damn
he
you.
rescued, she's just like, the hell's wrong with this guy? While he's like lamenting at the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, Nova's just standing there on the horse, like,
the hell's wrong?
has no idea how to react, just kind of staring, like,
Nova's there like, awkward. Even though she can't really speak anyway. But that's hilarious.
But I mean, of course, since I've already seen the first 2, back a couple years ago, I already knew what I was getting into, and I was rewatching them. And then because when you get into the second one is, I mean, it's interesting. It kind of picks up where the last one, left off, but with a weird kind of not a weird twist, but like a weird like story with psychic.
The Megamind people, I call
Yeah.
them the Megamind humans underground. Yeah.
Yeah, the more
It's weird that I
evolved,
know
like
all this.
psychic people and the Alpha Omega bomb and all this stuff, and how they praise
They
it.
praise the bomb. Yeah. That's a lot of that stuff during the times, we're still under that umbrella of a possible nuclear war. So that was
Yeah.
always played to a big thing.
But that bomb it blew up the entire Earth.
Don't ask questions. But also, hey, they somehow in the future we made a super ultra nuclear bomb that would just somewhere, just create the whole thing where you have that narrator at the very end. It's just like, a pale blue dot now bereft of life. Or I forget the whole line. But then you got Escape from the Planet of the Apes. That's entertaining.
The third. Okay, how they go back in time doesn't make any
Also,
sense.
don't ask questions. Yeah.
Yeah, because the Earth blew up. They ended up in 1972, I think.
Become celebrities.
But yeah, they become celebrities. You have the actor, I forget the German actor or German-born actor that is in The Young and the Restless. I
Yeah.
forget his name. Where he was Dr. Hasline,
Mm-hmm.
and he was referenced, I guess, in the previous movies.
Yes.
As-
Yeah, they brought that
because
name
his-
up again.
Yeah, because his theory on time dilation essentially is what it was.
Yeah.
And then we actually see who the doctor was, and I actually enjoyed that one way more than the second one.
Oh, for sure.
'Cause
100%.
it was a lot more comedic. I don't know if you've ever watched Star Trek: The Voyage Home.
Yes.
So it had that kind
Classic.
of effect to it.
Yeah.
They go back
fish,
in time, and it's much more comedic.
Fish
and
out of
then-
water. Society's weird. They don't get what's going on.
Yeah.
Like everybody's just, whoa, what's going on? And so they have that whole dynamic, but
Yeah.
with this undertone of, oh, wait, they want to sterilize me and some other stuff. And we have to run away. And yeah. So, I don't know if, I mean, after that, then you got the fourth one with Ricardo Montalban, also a Star Trek reference.
In the third one, that's where he was introduced.
He,
And with the plot twist at the end where Milo / Caesar was swapped.
yep,
It wasn't actually killed.
correct.
So Ricardo Montalban's character raised him pretty much for like 10 years. And then and of course Caesar is also played by Roddy McDowell, who played Cornelius in the first three films. See, that's a good thing about these films is that you can have the same actors play different
You
roles
just keep swapping.
because it's just a lot of makeup.
Yeah, a lot of the practical prosthetics and stuff.
What was the doctor's name again?
The doctor, which doctor?
The orangutan doctor?
Yeah.
Dr.
Oh,
Zaius?
Zaius.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, Zaius from the first film.
Yeah. Dr. Zaius. Yeah, The
Exactly.
Simpsons for parody. Yeah,
Yes.
that's where you're going. So what?
And then the uprising too.
yeah, you get the
Like,
conquest.
the actual origin story.
Yeah, you get the conquest and then battle. So what's funny about conquest is they started off as like, oh, there was a deadly plague of dogs and cats.
Yes.
So then they started like adopting
because
apes.
Yeah, because for anyone that's seen who has seen the reboot trilogy with Andy Serkis and James Franco in the first one, and then other characters in the second and third one.
Matt Reeves as directors. Yeah.
So it has a very similar origin story where it's a virus, but the virus doesn't kill off cats and dogs; it kills off the humans.
Correct.
But for Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, there's a virus, but the virus kills off pets, like common household pets, dogs, cats, and then humans use apes instead as pets, but then they train them to be more like servants and slaves than actual pets.
Yeah.
And then Caesar kind of
Leads the uprising.
the whole uprising of freeing apes, and then very similar to how Rise of the Planet of the Apes is, where Caesar is the one that begins this whole ape revolution against the humans and everything, and then
Starting off by killing off Tom Felton. Spoiler
Yes.
alert.
no,
Yeah.
he was the first ape to utter the words no.
Yep. That's true. So
And
good
then,
for you.
and then the Tim
HBO
Burton one.
Tim Burton with Mark
Oh, God.
Wahlberg.
Tim Burton was whatever.
Tim Roth, Michael Clark Duncan, Cary Hiroyuki Tagawa, Helen
Helena
Bonham Carter,
yeah.
She has
Mark
to be in it.
Wahlberg,
Oh, Paul Giamatti,
Yeah.
Paul Giamatti also.
and who was the girl again? The blonde chick.
Who was the blonde chick?
The blonde chick.
I don't remember the blonde. Who was the?
She was like
the
a
blonde
model
human?
during that time, like the late '90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, it was. She
remember
was
her name
someone
was.
like, oh, we gotta do Estella Warren. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, I forgot David Warner's in that movie too, and so is Chris Christopherson.
Oh, and I think
That's kind of cool.
Charlton Heston was Helena Bonham Carter's father's character.
Yeah,
or played
he
the
had
father.
he had a small bit part if I remember correctly. Like they threw him in there like, hey, it'd be funny.
Yeah, he was the king.
Yeah.
That was the first movie I saw on DVD.
The Planet of the Apes, that one.
Like I came home one day from school and I guess my parents bought this new whatever entertainment center frame, and then they got a new TV and a DVD player, and then that was the DVD that was in it. I guess they rented that. And so like I remember specifically the startup menu for that DVD, because we kind of just like left it on and we're like, what is this? It was so strange, but yeah, it was interesting.
And so, how about that ending?
Okay, I think for that movie, I think that's the most memorable, more iconic moment in that movie. Because any other part, it doesn't really stand out to me. Except, okay, there was a part where Michael Clark Duncan's character utters the "Get your stinking
Paws off
hand
me, you damn dirty human."
which I
Yeah.
thought was hilarious.
Yep.
Not for a good reason, but.
But it was just like, I'm Michael Clark Duncan. Like, yeah.
And then there was another reference that they
gorillas
made
fought.
from the originals, but I don't remember what the other reference was. And it was also kind of flipped where the apes were saying it instead of it being the humans.
Like the humans. All
But
I remember
don't
was,
remember what it was.
all I remember was like they had to find like their secret.
Oh, it was Charlton Heston saying "damn you" or "damn them all, damn them all to hell."
Yeah,
so he
damn
pretty
them
much
all to
uttered
hell.
his own line,
Inversely
an ape,
related. That's
which
nuts.
I thought was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But the ending, yeah, having the Abraham Lincoln statue
Just
be
be
an ape,
an ape. But I
and
think
all the police.
it felt like, yeah, all the police, everybody was just apes. I was like, wait, did he go
But
back to the other planet?
The story didn't make sense to me.
Of course it didn't.
because
That's why I had
didn't make
remember this
sense
for
to
over
anybody.
20 years
The
because like this is dumb.
like when I read the plot
So
before
dumb.
watching the movie, it was that Mark Wahlberg's character went into an alternate dimension. But if he's in an alternate dimension, why is his ship on that planet?
On that planet, it's not an. It's like
It's Earth.
I'm pretty sure he went to the alternate dimension when he went back. but
Okay, when he came back, yes.
But the whole thing
But it
is
said
because
that
the
at the
ship's
beginning.
ruins
Yeah.
were there for I don't know how many years, and that's why they're like, oh, what was the name of the place they called it? Like their sacred land? Was it like Kalima or something? It wasn't.
Yeah,
No,
that's Indiana
it's not.
Jones.
Kalima or Kalima or whatever it is.
Yeah.
this
Temple
ship.
of Doom.
Yeah, but it ends up being, but it was like, it was all wreckage because it was like blocking the other letters and it was just caution live animals. I was like, look at that. That's all I remembered. So anyway, good job, Zach. You saw
then-
all of the
And
Planet
then
of
you
the
saw the
Apes.
good ones.
Yeah, and then
And
and then
then-
watching. I mean, the first one was good. Like the original first one
Yeah,
was
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Third one was good. And then of course now
Then
you
the
have,
others, which are
like the new
more
reboot,
recent ones,
which now having seen all of the other 3 movies of the original,
gets the
plus
callbacks.
Timber one, then I'm noticing all these callbacks, all these references. Like you get where they talk about the Icarus rocket launch, which is what Charlton Heston's character
Yep.
is in when he crash lands on Earth in the future.
correct.
And then one thing I noticed, so in the credit scene or after the credit scene in the first movie, where they show all
The
like,
first of the new movie.
yeah.
Yeah, where the airline, then it shows how the,
So what I really liked was that they went from L.A. to New York because New York is where the original film takes place,
yep.
and then it goes to Paris because the book is like that the movies are based off of is French, which I thought was a nice little attention to detail that I liked.
There you go. Good job.
And then
starting to connect the dots, just
and then
like
other
the end
little
credits.
things too, like I think in the with the third movie where they introduced Nova. This is my nitpick. I don't like that they introduced Nova so like
She was a little
early
girl,
in
though.
time because she's from 2,000 years in the future,
These are new movies.
and
These are different.
and she's supposed to be there with
Don't worry
George
about that.
Taylor and all these other people.
Forget them. They're trash. Like,
Because here's the thing, they're making 2 more movies. Supposedly they're going to touch on like the originals,
like the
the
Caesar's
original
Legacy.
film.
So like those people who went on the Icarus rocket come
Yes.
back, Lord knows where, because of time dilation. Go, oh wait, this whole planet now is just apes,
So if they do a remake,
and people are. Yeah.
exactly, yeah. If they do a remake on that, then you already introduced Nova. Are they going to introduce Nova again if they do that route? But
Just it'll be a title.
yeah,
It'll be a title. But you know what? I'm impressed. That's good. That's a lot of chunk of
Yeah.
movie to watch. So
Nine
some of them were
movies.
hard to kind of watch through, but
some of them were hard. Especially Battle.
I did pay attention.
Battle
pay
is
attention.
not good, but you know.
Yeah, it was
hey,
really cheesy and
yeah, it's really not good.
it wasn't big. You know, you would think, okay, it's the final film in this part of the franchise. You would think it would be huge, but it's not.
No, it was not at all.
I think the budget was like $1.5-2 million, and they made like 10 million, 12 million from it, so they broke even 5 times over.
Probably
but
made more money. It made money than expected, but they were like, we did it. We're over.
yeah, it was
We
just
got
too
it done.
cheesy.
Nice. All right, cool,
But
man.
but I really enjoyed watching all of them, even through the good and the bad. But the current trilogy is
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Just
About
definitely.
the Matt
definitely.
Reeves movies.
Yeah, the Matt
Fantastic.
Reeves movies. Yeah, they're so good.